what did I, because you'll articulate it much better because it totally fucked you up. Like it totally upset
I was
you.
not happy.
Yeah.
Because we've had this conversation before about how it doesn't feel like the other person's allowed to feel emotions because then it'll affect the other person. So they have to always have this like front on.
Yeah.
Right? So you said, I'm feeling all of this anxiety because, oh my gosh, get it right.
Oh,
I'm feeling all
because
you are in a bad mood.
That's right.
So like it was my bad mood was causing you to feel off this anxiety.
That's right.
And I was like, excuse me. Yeah.
And it was really funny because that's totally what it was, where I thought I was doing such a good job of articulating what I'm This is so funny. Let's push pause. We're going to restart the whole podcast because this is really funny. What I said was essentially what I said was, right, was your feelings right now. I can feel that you're getting activated and anxious, and that's causing me to get anxious. And what you heard was... Right.
Essentially isn't verbatim, but continue.
Right. And so basically what I was saying was how you're feeling is making me feel a certain way. Stop feeling the way that you're feeling.
That's exactly what I heard.
That's what you heard.
That's exactly what I heard.
Right.
And I responded.
And you responded
not
with
great.
some sass.
I came back with my own.
And what I was trying to communicate was, I'm recognizing that I'm super activated in this moment. And one of my coping mechanisms that we both are aware of is I will emotionally monitor. I will go through the process of trying to gauge how you're feeling with your nervous system to then decide how I'm feeling. And because I can sense that your nervous system is becoming activated this morning, I wanted to kind of check in with you about the timing of the podcast. So it was this really funny moment where we were trying to implement all of these like clear communication things to some extent and trying to have a difficult conversation. And it came out wonky. It was messy and it was funny after the fact. And I'm glad we're laughing about it now. And like it was really challenging for me to calm myself and be able to, I'm like, just because I kept talking. I could feel like as soon as I said that thing where I was like, your feelings are making me upset. Like if you...
Could you feel the disturbance in this force?
Feel your energy just go... Like you got so mad. You were so ready to be like, what'd you just say to me, motherfucker?
I was then practicing.
Right? And in my brain, I was just thinking, please just let me get my thoughts out. I'm trying to articulate myself so clearly because I'm doing everything I can to connect to my nervous system, and I'm trying to talk to you in a rational, calm way because right now we're spiraling down a hole that we don't need to be spiraling down. So I was trying to communicate all of those things as best as I could. And then you did a great job of being like, I need to push pause. And there's so many times when we're active, when we're actively active. There's so many times when we're in active conflict. I mean, that's a good way to put it, right?
Yeah.
We're just in this moment of conflict with one another.
We were in a conflict.
And when you hold up the push pause sign, it is so hard to be like, cool, you threw up pause. I just have to sit now with my shit and allow you the space.
Which is so healing for me.
Yeah.
And I just like, I want to, like, this is a moment of gratitude right there because that's not something that I have experienced. I hear how hard it is. And I'm not bypassing this. I'm sharing how incredibly amazing and healing that is for me. That everything isn't pushed and dragged out into like this catastrophic event. Like you have to handle your emotions when I push pause, and you do that. And it's not you have to handle your emotions. Like none of this is like this is a 100% gratitude, so healing that I'm now safe enough that I can say push pause and you push pause. And that it's just, it's beautiful to allow me that time to come back, which means that I'm now practicing coming back to conversations that I'm now feeling safe to instead of feeling like I have to avoid them at all costs. So just a moment of gratitude. I know that that's a healthy way to do things, but the fact that you're willing to do that with me is
big
it's
deal.
so healing. It's such a big deal. And I'm
do it
so
for me,
grateful
too.
for you.
You do it for me too. It's a really big deal. And it's really hard. And we don't get it right every time. There's plenty of times where one of us, like, there's plenty of times where we both do this where you'll say, I got to push pause. And I'll be like, cool. And I'm totally not in a super activated place. So I'm like, that's fine. Push pause. We'll push pause on this. 30 seconds later, you want to keep going. 2 minutes later, you're continuing to talk. Finally, I'm like, hey, I'm pretty sure you wanted to push pause. You're right. You're right. You're right. I wanted to push. I'm done. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. And then 2 minutes later, you're like, and then I got to get the last word in. And then what are you talking about this? It's so hard. It's really, really challenging.
I don't
You don't know what.
I don't see why. That doesn't seem like it'd be hard to navigate at all.
I do the same thing.
Right? No, I'm being like off. Yeah, that's hard. It's so funny. Sometimes I'm really frustrated, but it's like always with me when you're like, I thought you wanted to push pause. And it's like, oh, how
Right.
do it keeps coming before I recognize it. And other times it's hilarious. Like, what the hell? Stop talking. Why does it keep coming?
We were meant to be.